Y'all ready?
Yeah.
No, hold on. Let me get myself. Books and stuff.
What's the big book for? What
No,
is
because I
that?
was writing. I was
Okay. Are you good now?
Yeah.
You sure?
You ain't gonna forget to put my book back over here.
yeah, I got
Is
you.
that your book?
My bad.
It's my book.
Why'd you bring
I
a
like
book?
it.
What?
Why'd you bring a book?
Because I'm an avid reader.
But you weren't going to read it
So
over
here's what I was
here.
gonna tell you. I was gonna listen, man.
No, let's go.
Wait, hold on. No,
no. We're getting ready to get
we're
started.
not getting ready.
Yes, we are.
trying to tell you
We are
something.
starting. No.
Trying to
Let
tell
that
you
brother,
It's
let that brother speak.
35. It's
know,
an
right?
hour later. Let's go.
All right, I think
Y'all
we good.
ready?
Yeah, we good. Let's go. Let's do this. How long are we doing again? No, just playing.
Run back through the whole thing.
Can you
Be
clap?
here for another part. I did already.
Are we
I
good?
lined it up.
You
yeah.
want us to clap again?
Yes.
There you go.
What's up, guys? This is Carlos Green with the Men's Power Connect, and welcome back to another amazing episode that we have with the Men's Power Connect. And I have my iron sharpening iron brothers here. Mr. Osei Harvey's
We
in the
are
house.
building, yes. Good to be
Yes.
here. What's up, y'all?
Love it. And
Yep.
then my other iron sharpening iron brother, Mr. Myron Head.
What's going on, family? So glad to be with you guys again with the Men's Power Connect, where we equip, empower
And engage.
men in life
And leadership.
and leadership.
Yep.
That's love it. I love it. And so now we're in this series now where we're talking about the 5 stages of fathering well. And we've already gone through the covering stage. We're in the middle of the
Knee-deep.
conducting stage,
Yes.
which is that stage between when they're in elementary school through middle school.
Uh-huh.
And so they're looking at instruction and training and discipline and learning from us as fathers,
The whole 9.
the whole 9.
Yeah.
So, Myron.
Yeah.
Oh, were you going to say something?
No,
though,
I'm
Osei?
just going to say it's a very exciting stage.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a
Very
very active
It's
stage.
an active stage, and it's a very intentional stage, as you guys know and what we've talked about.
Right. So set us up, Myron.
Yeah, so we welcome back. If you have been tuning in on this particular, we are now, this is probably about third installation of the conducting stage.
Correct.
This is a very critical time, as we talked about, very instructional. It's where you're laying a lot of foundation for your sons or for your daughter. And one of the things we did in the last episode, we went through the different definitions of the word conducting. And so the word conducting is used in a lot of different spaces. And so I'm not going to go through all of those definitions, but if you haven't seen that one, you can look down in the description. There's a link to that.
Yep.
And you can go check that out. It's really good information that we cover on those. But guys, I did want to kind of come back to the definitions and just ask you guys, of the ones that we discussed, right? So we talked about the conductor of a train. We talked about the heat conductor, the scientific definition.
Scientific.
We also talked about the conducting of an orchestra. And then we talked about conducting as far as in a leadership role, whether you're leading a team or organization or something like that, and how each one of those relates to how we father in this particular stage. So which one of those really stood out for you guys?
I think for me in my role, the two that I think have been really impactful for me is the one is the leadership, just because of my career and what I've actually been able to do and been trained in. We've always seen ourselves as a team, our family. It's the green machine.
Yep.
We're sending something out every year. We've got outfits that we actually do together all the time. And we just always feel like that this is the green machine team. And I always feel like that I'm leading. I'm setting the tone. I'm setting the atmosphere. I'm cheering on each one of them, no matter what they're doing.
Yeah.
I'm making sure that I am being that encourager that's actually out there, but also giving them coaching tips on how they can actually be better. So I always feel like that we are a team, especially with my wife. And then the last one is just that scientific one where I'm transferring energy from the Holy Spirit through me to my kids. And I get the one to just make sure that they feel that energy. And it's not always exciting energy. It's not always fun energy.
Yeah.
But it's that wisdom that you get to transfer from the Holy Spirit to your kids.
Yeah.
Not only in word, but also in action.
Yeah, man.
Indeed. What does that truly look like?
Okay.
And being able to model that.
Yeah. I think for me, I would say it's the orchestra, right? The orchestra conductor and the specific words that just, oh man, it's been on me. I think I text you guys about it, but it's the rhythm and timing, right? So I feel like I set a good rhythm as far as my walk in front of the kids. At least I try to, and obviously there's days where I'm not there and I may miss it, I may fall short, but for them specifically, I'm realizing how important it is for me to make sure that I'm helping them to establish those good rhythms for how they get up in the morning, how they, close the night out, which my wife and we do that, but I felt like as we were going through this, man, this is something I can really lean into more and do better to help better prepare them for the next stage that they're going to transition to, which is that coaching stage. So.
I love that you're talking about the orchestra conductor, because now you're really signifying the roles that they play. You're actually maximizing their gifts and the talents that they have, and you're helping them to know when they should be playing that instrument as far as their talent and gifts, and when they should no, this is not your time to play just yet, but you're still important.
Sure.
Right?
And then helping them to lean it. Like, it's funny, we were having a conversation the other day. Something happened with my son at school, and he was explaining to us, my wife and I, like what happened in the situation, and and somebody took something the wrong way, and he was like, "But that's just who I am," and we were like, "Don't change that.
Let's go."
Because that is who you are.
Glad he recognizes
I'm
that.
so glad.
Yeah, it's like that's a
so
part
he was
of,
comfortable in that space saying that.
He's like, that's a part of like my DNA. That's what I do.
Okay.
He didn't use the DNA. I'm just throwing it in there, right? But he was just saying like, this is what I do, and we, again, like you mentioned, we were glad that he recognizes like this is a part of who I am, and really encouraging him. Especially my wife. She's like, don't change who you are for people around you, right? They'll have to adjust. It's not because we're not talking about like a characteristic that is offensive or anything like that. It's just he's very playful. He likes to make people laugh. He likes to have fun. He's like, that's who I am. And I'm like, dude, be that. Don't change that for anybody.
Yeah.
So I think
time and a place.
Yes. Yeah. So again, hey, you're right. You in the win section, you stay in the win section.
Right.
My daughter, she might be in the brass section. You do your thing in the brass section. So just being able to, and it's fun, man, really being in this stage, like being able to see them kind of grow into those personality types and different things like that and explore who they are. It's really fun to be a part of that as a parent.
Because both of them are in the conducting stage.
Both in the conducting stage, yeah. 13 and very soon to be 12. End of this month. Yeah.
That's awesome.
She thinks she about. Shout out to baby girl. Yeah.
That's good.
So I think for me, it's more of the conducting as far as a trained conductor.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because I know in this stage, especially with my three children in the conducting stage, my daughter being 10 and my boys are 7, I know right now they want to make sure that they're comfortable. They want to make sure that they're in a space where they feel like they can get from one part of their lives to another, right? From one destination to another. My responsibility is to make sure that they have their seatbelt on, that all the airbags are working, and look, we do this all the time, right? When we're traveling, especially with my son, he plays soccer, so we're all over the place.
Yeah.
When we're traveling, they have their iPad, they have everything that they need to make sure that they're riding comfortably,
right?
So I think for me, with my daughter, just this space that she's in at 10 years old and everything going on around her, what she sees just from an outside or extended standpoint, she sees what her friends are, experiencing, and she may not necessarily feel a part of that. She may feel like she's not necessarily included. Well, I have to explain to her like it's okay, and this is the reason why we want to make sure that we're getting from this destination to the next safely.
Safely.
So
And sometimes we have to
that's the key.
safeguard you
Correct.
from all of the other stuff that's
Absolutely.
going on around you, right?
So and I'm just saying you're caring for her safety, her health, and her well-being.
Yes.
Yeah.
Holistically.
Right. I love that.
And as a father, that is our responsibility, that they know that they're in good hands. Daddy's got it, right? And that 100%. If I have anything that's in front of me or around me that I have, some, just kind of like discomfort about, I can tell my father, and he can lead
He's got
me,
my
guide
back.
me, right?
Yeah.
Have that conversation.
Yes.
And I know that I'm going to get from here to the next part of my life okay, because he's in the driver's seat. So I think for me, with my daughter and my two boys, they just riding. The twins, they having a good time on this ride.
Yes. If they with daddy, they good.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Exactly. So I would say, just the train conductor.
But you're showing up every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
You're literally showing up every single day. And you're up before they get up.
Oh, yeah.
And you're still up after they go to bed.
Yeah.
But they feel very comfortable, safe, secure, that they don't have a care in the world as long as daddy is around.
That's right. As a matter of fact, when they wake up, they come on my side. Daddy.
Shout out to
hungry.
Ebony. Shout out to Ebony. You are an
But she
amazing
knows.
mom.
Yes.
But they come to daddy on that
Yeah.
side.
Yeah. There's and I would say this too. There's safety in the ride, even with my wife,
Sure.
my spouse.
Absolutely.
Right? Even though she's a kind of the co-pilot on this train ride,
Right.
Yeah.
she feels safe knowing that we're going to get to our destination. So yeah, I would say the conductor, train the conductor.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this week's episode of MPC. Next week, we'll discuss our unique challenges that we've experienced in the conducting stage. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button on YouTube or follow us on all social media platforms. And as always, don't forget to go out and encourage another brother.